Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Wednesday, January 7th, 2026. I'm here to do a general collective read for you. Thank you for joining me. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you for all your love and your support and just being here with me, by my side. I'm truly honored. If you're new here, it's a timeless read. You can switch the genders and the roles if you need to. Only take what applies. Please use your higher wisdom and discernment. Don't take on everybody else's storyline. Take what applies and toss the rest, okay? Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about now. Spirit, what is the message for the collective? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. What's the message for the collective? Thank you. Perception, overarching energy. Yours or somebody else's, good or bad. You know, humans are known for doing that, everybody, me included, where we kind of look at something and we either jump to conclusions, we assume, or sometimes we project. When somebody's getting a good bird's eye view of the truth, maybe that's the truth about who you are or a situation. You got somebody's attention, or somebody wants attention, or you have to pay attention. Underlying energy. Somebody's very, very defensive right now, or somebody's figuring out how defended you are. But this reminds me of somebody that's done something wrong. People are seeing it for what it is. They're very defensive. See how he's got his arms crossed across his chest? That indicates somebody's feeling very, very vulnerable, nervous. Yeah, they want forgiveness. Something about forgiveness and faith. Somebody caused a lot of conflict. This is in the here and now right now, okay? So somebody was a troublemaker of one kind or another, and they're getting found out. Maybe somebody tried to pin it on you, whatever this is, okay? I don't know. Oh, no, Spirit. So we have perception. Somebody tried to paint an ugly picture of you, I just heard. I'm not just saying looks, about your character. Yeah, they were projecting. Perception, where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Where are we going with this? Yeah, because you wouldn't give them money, or somebody's losing money, or they stole money. It was if they were trying to change who you were in front of people, it was to steal money or prevent you from what's rightfully yours. Somebody could have stolen something, right? Defrauded. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. This could be a big boss daddy or mommy, or you can be one, or somebody's pretending to be one, okay? Male or female, doesn't matter. Stable, rich, business owner, CEO, big dick energy. People are finding out this person's not all that rich. They're putting on fake flexing, I just heard. Somebody lost their car. They can't move forward, or they got into a car accident or something. No car, repo car issues. Someone's on a divination abuser. So somebody could be a reader of some sort, giving off a fake impression about who they are. Somebody's doing it just for money. They could be doing this work not for God, not for helping others, but for themselves, for money. And if that's what you're doing, great. That's, no, as long as you're upfront about it, okay? This is a business for you. It's not a calling. I get it. But somebody is doing something they shouldn't be doing. Oh, somebody had no facts. There we go. Never has the facts, make shit up or lies. Maybe you are altruistic. Maybe this is your calling and somebody's making up lies about you, trying to steal from you, take away your business, whatever this is. Somebody's looking you up. So the more they talk shit about you, the more people are looking you up, researching you, studying you, getting info. Because you're a king or queen rising. Stepping into power, praise, coming up in spotlight. Congratulations, they want that. So this could be somebody that's also stealing people's work, intellectual property. Divination abuse. They maybe not intuitive. Maybe they're not even talented. Maybe they're just a liar, a showman, or a show girl, let's say. But it's all. But at the same time, if you're doing this for a business as a gimmick, it's a shtick. Hey, I'm not judging you, but if you're stealing from other people and preventing them from making money off of their own work, there's a problem with that. And it's about Thank you, Spirit. This is about to blow up in someone's face. Prove it's your work. Those who did this work and that they stole from can prove it's their work. Prove it's their words. Their I'm really picking up somebody's hacking people's electronics. So before you could even upload it, if you are a content creator, they're getting their grubby hands on it. So they can say, I did it first. No, but if you upload it onto your phone or your electronics first, that shows, right? So you can prove this is your work. Plus, you know, I don't want to go there, Spirit. I'm not saying everybody's full of shit. There's a lot of people out there that won't even shuffle in front of you. They'll have a spread already. Oh, I started this before I turned on the video, is to try to get them aligned with what you already did. Stuff like that, right? And remember, if you're reading just oracle cards, and I highly recommend if you just read oracle cards, that's wonderful. But try to do some tarot as well, because then you get down to the nitty-gritty, okay? You can't lie with tarot cards. I mean, you could try, but tarot readers know what these cards recommend, what the interpretation is, as well as, you know, you could be intuitive. Yes, you're picking up other energies, but the cards are the cards, right? So you can't really kind of fake that. Yeah, rumor has it, people are talking. Rumors are flying in your circle. It's easier to lie and make up shit, go along with somebody else's storyline with, or just oracle cards. That's all I'm saying. Okay, yep. See, again, partial truths. But it's somebody else's truth, somebody else's work. Only sharing parts of the truth that benefits themselves. Yep, tensions are unspoken tensions. Tensions are mounting. Tension lurk beneath the surface. Because you're speaking the unfiltered truth. They are not. This is your truth. This is your interpretation of the cards, of the energy. This is not theirs, okay? Why do I get these reads? Someone will speak their unfiltered truth. Gossip spreading. Rumors are spreading quickly. Someone's pretending to be fine. I should say. You may appear strong outwardly while feeling vulnerable. Somebody was testing the limits. Time is up for whoever is doing this. Could be more than one person. Someone is testing the limits of what? And examining how you react under pressure. Unexpected revelations. Because you're not full of shit. Okay? You're not full of shit. You're not... Like I said, if you're just doing this as a business and you don't have intuition, the worst thing you can do is compete with somebody else. Just do your work, okay? You're entertaining. You're reading the cards. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Even if you're not doing it as a calling or you don't believe in a higher power, whatever. This is just a business. Good for you. I'm not shitting on you for that, if they're listening. It's those who are taking from others, okay, and trying to prevent them from being seen as who they truly are, okay? Shared experiences. So you're not the only one that's been done wrong here. Other people have. They might be reaching out to you one way or another to explain, listen, I've gone through it too, and I'm going through it right now. What can we do? Shared experiences deepen the bond between you and others. This is a push and pull, hot and cold here. Somebody's got a real big temper, I think. The push and pull in the relationship causes emotional instability. Group dynamics are shifting because you're spreading positivity. Okay, this is breaking news. It's going to be a shock. It might be on the news. Who knows? Surprising revelation will shift your perspective. And that's how we started, right? Hidden truths, right? Somebody can't face the truth. What I'm picking up here is, listen, if you're doing this and you're claiming you're doing this for God, this is a calling, you're an earth angel, you're a chosen one, you're a divine one, or whatever else you want to call yourself, then you should adhere to the rules. You know what I'm saying? And some ain't adhering to the rules. Did I get all of them? I think that came out first. Pretending to be fine. Which one came out first? Unfiltered truth. So somebody's giving you the partial truth. It's all about money, okay? Trying to prevent you from making your own money off of your own work. And they're trying to swoop in and take it from you. I mean, that's a crime. It's fraud. Whoever's doing this is a fraud. Is he showing off, you know, what they buy with the money that was initially meant for you? We don't do this for money if it's a calling, but the divine will provide for us. So it's okay to make money for what you're doing here. You have to pay your rent, you have to pay your mortgage, you have to eat. Everybody has the right to do that. You have people out there going, this is a gift God gave you. You shouldn't be profiting off of it. Excuse me? God asked me to do this. Okay? to monetize this so I can provide for myself as well as help others. Okay, because if I'm struggling, living on the street, unable to pay for my internet, unable to eat, freezing out in the snow, I can't be helping other people. Do you understand that? Okay, so take your fucking opinion, wrap it up, and shove it up your derriere, please. Perception, giving money, partial truths. Boundaries are up. So you put up some boundaries, or this is your cue to put up some boundaries here. Disrespectful, enough is enough. Defend yourself. Someone's feeling hopeless. They're getting caught up. Loss, depression, self-delete. They're facing the consequences. Bad choices, games, mixed signals. Lust. And it doesn't have to be sexual. Maybe they're looking for a mate. Maybe they're looking, look at me, I've got all of this. I'm so great. Maybe they think they're going to find a higher level soulmate. No. You're a karmic. That's what you're going to attract, because you have not elevated and ascended, obviously. Greed by any means necessary, inconsiderate. Yeah, it's all about money, right? Established. Look at what I own. What you own owns you, in other words, okay? Settled, secure, wealthy. Now they're exhausted because they're trying to keep up with the facade. Burnt out, burdened, and empty. Oh, they're thinking about the times when they were peaceful, when they didn't have to keep this up, the pace up, I just heard. So they're probably posting each and every day, looking for people to fucking invest in them each and every day, putting on an act each and every day. It gets tiresome. Yeah, I'm not thinking about apologizing here. Arrogant, rash actions, insincere, because people are talking, people are sipping, rumors, gossip, and nosy. Now, this was all for cheap thrills. This is a cheap person looking for cheap thrills. Continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. They're salty, bitter, angry, and petty. There's a lot of tension in their world, stressed out, migraines, and worried. Look at this. This was in reverse. I can't make this up. Because they are not a divine feminine energy, and they're trying to give off that impression to others, to guide others. And if you're not a divine feminine energy, male or female, a creator of sorts, you're guiding people down the wrong way. You're lying to them up front, and that is wrong. Okay? Totally wrong. So it could be somebody that just went on a vacay or is planning a vacay, or they go on vacation a lot and they like to show off. Look what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing. Look at my life, how beautiful it is. Really. But you're a thief. So how beautiful is it going to be now? You're getting caught up. Just my opinion. Perception, giving money, partial truths and boundaries. It could also be somebody that's trying to sound virtuous with some sort of, I don't know, charity they want you to give to, but they're taking the money. That is low. Perception, giving, or it could just be for them, giving money, partial truths and boundaries. There's a lot of fucking fakes and phonies in the world. I'm getting like a lot coming at me. So there's more than one person doing this, that's for sure. I think some of these people, the consciousness is getting to them, because I do know the divine is working with a lot of people that didn't have a conscience before. And they're feeling some kind of way. Maybe they can't identify it right now, but they are. They're feeling some kind of way. It's called a conscience, okay? They're not proud of what they've done or who they turned out to be. Yeah. So when you're stable and secure, they're acting as if they're stable and secure. Yeah, it's a fall from grace. Ooh, they're losing their position here. They're smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know-it-all and show off. Yeah, no emotional fulfillment or happiness. So they're not happy doing what they're doing. It's not bringing them. They're not passionate about this line of work. I mean, whatever line of work you should fall into, what's meant for you, is something that you're passionate about. It doesn't feel like work at all. They're going against the grain because it's not their passion. It's not what they belong doing. This is your work. Oh boy, they're juggling. They're every day having to juggle, put on a fake smile and act like as if they're right where they should be. Thank you. This could be on a platform. This could be the divine stepping in. This could be a contract. You're spiritually high ranking, or they're trying to give off that impression. It could be a marriage or a commitment as well. A belief system. Yeah, look at me. I'm a guru, a prophet or a prophetess. Follow me. It's also forgiveness. Somebody wants forgiveness. Overarching energy. The mob has turned on them. It could be organized crime. I'm not really feeling it. I think they try to get people to come up after you, and or if they didn't, the people that they're surrounding themselves with is coming after them. They're figuring out the truth. Yeah. You got to balance something out. They're trying to heal something. You are a healer. You're the earth angel. Something's happening. You're maintaining. They're trying to maintain something. Oh, they can't get away with this. You are an earth angel, and they're taking something from you. You alchemize and transmute. Okay, they're in hot water. They're in trouble. They can't get away with this. They bore false witness, and this is divination abuse as well. They're trying to balance something out, their life work ratio, because right now I think that they're out of control. They can't control this. They can't find any downtime. They're constantly struggling to get work out, to keep up their money, to keep, maybe they're shadow banning other people, trying to block other people so they could be watched. I don't know what this is. This is a collaboration, a contract. This is creations. They're lying about their creations. It's not theirs. They're trying to build off of somebody else's creations. Somebody's a master. They claim they're a master. Okay. Something's not growing as fast as they want it to. So they reached a plateau, I'm feeling, and it's not going to go anywhere. So they're trying, or they're trying to make others that they're competing with stall, reach a plateau, and not be able to move forward. Place it for whatever this is. I do know that they're feeling kind of, yeah, this is financial ruin, spiritual jail. They're trying to find their confidence level for something here. This is ruin. Yeah, 5-5. Get ready for the unexpected. This is change. It's permanent change. It's permanent. It's a profound change. They're going through a dark night of the soul. They're feeling really left. I don't know. They're feeling really down about something. They're walking away. So they're walking away from their channel, maybe. Their work. They wanted you to walk away from your work. See, they don't have the confidence you have. They're not confident of the work that they're putting out, maybe. When it is their work, I don't know, place it for whatever it is. When they steal other people's work, they do better. Yeah, this is authority, creations, new beginnings, growth, and expansion. They want to grow. So they grew in the past. It was corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. They kept doing something over and over again, didn't want it to stop. Didn't want to learn a lesson. This is getting old and tiring. Yeah, oh, geez, look at this. This is a narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath. At the very least, this is a pathological liar. They're a user. They're cold, calculating, and cruel. They're a user and abuser. They can be dangerous here. They have no authority in their voice. They have no authority to be doing this work, to take your work from you. But they're acting as if male or female, as if they're all-seeing, right? They're giving you good advice. It's somebody else's advice, that they're highly intuitive. Really? I mean, we all are intuitive in one way or another. We just have to practice, like a muscle. We have to practice that intuition. But I don't think this person's highly intuitive. I think it's all been a lie. There's a couple at the helm of this. Okay. Damn. Somebody's really greedy and selfish. Needy and greedy. They emotionally blackmail, emotionally manipulate others. Okay. Somebody has addictions, maybe. Some superficial, salty, wow. Superficial, shallow, and very selfish. They don't care who they hurt. Somebody's not able to contain their emotions at this moment. Maybe they go from male to female. You know what I'm saying, right? Somebody's not kind, nurturing, or sweet. They're not highly intuitive. Knight of Pentacles. This is a fraud. Okay, they can't be reliable or dependable. They're intercepting your money or your mail. Your money. They're not getting paid. This is not their rite of passage or their birthright. This is something that can't be relied upon. They're not dependable. They're immature. They're reckless. They're not resourceful whatsoever. They're irresponsible, immature, lazy. They stole a lot of money. They're going to be losing everything. I don't know. Ancestors are pissed. They wanted to steal your legacy. It could be family discord as well. You're being exposed. Wow, they stole a lot of money. Or they blocked you and others from making your own money. This is somebody's being exposed. This is not a victory here. There's proof and evidence as to what they were doing. They were harvesting from everybody. Yeah, they're going to be arrested. It's elimination, letting go and letting God. They wanted to dominate. Okay, so the original seed growers, which is you and others that they were stealing from, people are going to find out. They're finding out how this person works. See how the gears work. people are letting go of this person here. They can't hold you back any longer, by the way, if they were holding you back. You have the receipts. You have the proof. Yep, this is justice stepping in. I can't make this up. Truth. Yeah, scapegoating here. Somebody's not happy. It's a group. It could be a family. It could be some sort of community. Not happy. Going down. Eight of Pentacles. This is not their work. They're going to lose their work. Right? Yeah, look at this. They wanted to compete. You're not competing. You don't have to compete. It's your work. Your cup runneth over. You have a lot. They were trying to steal your energy, trying to block you. They can't block you. They want to be unblocked. They're in their emotions here. They're feeling overwhelmed and defeated online. You're loved online. They didn't want you to be loved. I don't know. Somebody lied. They were jealous. They were very, very abusive, petty, and cruel. This is news people don't want to hear. You're stable and secure. You're being protected here. New beginning. You're at peace. You bring peace. Somebody, I don't know. They need to love themselves. They need to heal. They're gatekeeping you. This is somebody that wanted to state just how far you can go in this game. I hear a game. It's not a game. People are mad at this person. They're paranoid now. They were very petty and cruel. This is targeting. They targeted you, stalked you, harassed you possibly online. Now they're in their fields because they got other people to do this too. Yeah, they're going to lose their platform, or this is against the law. This is warlocks. Corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. They could have had somebody higher up working for them, somebody in their pocket here. False contracts. They're not of the faith, okay? They don't believe. Yep, this is ruin. Bye. They try to ruin you. Good for them. This is them being ruined. Four of Cups. They took advantage of a situation, you or somebody else. You know your value and your worth. They still think they can get out of this situation. Yeah, look at this. You're a high priest or priestess. There's a deep knowing here, okay? You're highly intuitive. They are trying to do this in secret. No, I don't think so. You know your value and worth, and everybody else is seeing it too. Four of Cups in reverse. This can't be ignored. No. This is a deep knowing. You're very balanced between dark and light energy, masculine and feminine. You do have a direct connection with source. You don't say much, but you observe. It's not just you, it's other people. Now they're scared. Now they're scared. Trying to pass themselves off as all-knowing. They're scared. This is scandal. Yeah, they're broke. They can't keep this up. They can't manage. They can't balance, okay? Someone's about to explode in front of their face, okay? They don't want to heal. You know, there's communication. Something's happening quickly here. Something's out of their hands really quick. They're impersonating you, stealing your work, your ideas, your achievements. Can't make this up. You consciously know somebody's taking action. You're co-creating with the divine. You're manifesting something new. So you're co-creating with the divine to get these messages out. They're not. What's that say? They're not just pissing you off, right? Shortchanging you, but they're stepping on God Almighty's toes. And they're lying. No truth, no clarity. They have no permission to speak on your behalf or to use your intellectual property. Okay? It's pointing down. It's all been lies. They're going to have to let this go. Somebody's unstable and insecure, greedy, and selfish. Okay? They have no protection. They wanted people to let you go. You're a speaker, male or female. Place it where it belongs, or this is law and order stepping in. Somebody got caught up. They're going to have to tell the truth. You spoke the truth. You set boundaries. You cut them out. They can't move forward. This is out of control. They don't want to overcome. They can't overcome this. They don't want to take accountability. They're parting ways. There's a lot of gossip going around. Parting ways with friends, cults, covens, secret societies. The party's over. This was fraud and theft. They're hurting for money now. It's embarrassing and disgraceful. They're going to have to let this go. Wish fulfillment. So, yeah, this is... Let go of this wish fulfillment. They wanted to look like they were established here. A Queen of Pentacles. They wanted to look like you, male or female. Good in business, good at home, nurturing, a healer, abundant, independent, hardworking, knowing their value and their worth. This is wish fulfillment for you. Yeah, you healed your heart. They were talking mad shit. Now they want forgiveness. Yeah, the third party here. False contract. Doing stuff behind people's backs here. There's lessons to be learned. It's not a blessing. Poor decisions, and now they're reaping the consequences. They might be going to jail. They're feeling stuck. They tried to restrict you. Poor decision trying to restrict you and your channel if you have one. Yeah, they didn't want you to shine. They're losing hope now. This is not wish fulfillment. They're in their south node. How dare you? They have no spiritual protection. This is a get-rich-quick scheme. There we go. Really jealous and lazy. Codependent, clingy, spendthrift. The minute they get money in their hand, it's gone. Because it's not their money. It's not meant for them to stay. They never saved a dime. Now they're in trouble. They didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. They have no foresight. So if they say they're intuitive, they're not. There's going to be some communication. Somebody assessed the situation. This is good news for you. You've elevated. This person hasn't. They're under divine judgment. They're going to have to take accountability. This is awareness. This is fated. This is your destiny, okay? You're very fortunate. People are seeing through the illusions. All that glitters isn't gold. They're running out of options. This is a fool. You're innocent. You took a leap of faith. You are. They thought they could be a divine feminine energy without having to do the work, without being appointed as one. They got a lot of burdens on their backs. Ending a cycle. That's how they were supporting themselves here. Wow. Went to the crossroads, making a decision. This is an opportunist. They're watching from afar, watching their money go down. They wanted to be a leader, male or female. Truth and clarity, you are a leader. This is just a puppet master. Somebody was, people are distancing and detaching here. They can't attach anything to you. You're not toxic. You're not karmic, okay? They're having an emotional outburst. They were doing spell work potentially against you and your channel, against other people. They're feeling rejected and abandoned, or they wanted you to be. They're not sorry for what they've done. They're immature, insincere, and childish. And they betrayed you and others. There we go. Because they wanted to dominate. It is what it is. They're getting caught up. Oof. Listen, I don't want... This is embarrassing. I wouldn't want anybody to be embarrassed like this. But don't do shit like this, okay? Don't harm others. Don't steal. Don't lie. You have a... Whoever this is has got a long road ahead of them of healing that they need to do. Who are you to guide anybody at this moment? You might be down the road. You might be able to testify and be a witness of what took place in your life, what went wrong, and how you fixed it. But for now, you're stealing, you're taking, you're hurting other people, and you're stepping on some muddy toes, okay? It's all for attention. Now they got their attention here. Oh, yes. And they don't want it now. Now they'd rather hide because the truth's coming out. It's all about money, right? Wanting to be a big boss daddy or mommy here. Stable, rich, but business owner, CEO, big dick energy, right? Yeah. They're feeling hopeless right now. They're pretending to be fine because things are not going well for them. Partial truths. You put up some boundaries, or other people have put up some boundaries. Now they're feeling hopeless because they can't tap into it anymore. Or the divine has put up some boundaries. Place it where it belongs. Maybe you didn't do a damn thing. Maybe the divine said, no more. We're not playing this anymore. I gave you enough rope, and you're not doing so well. Okay? It is what it is. This is a creator, male or female. You're established. You've established yourself. You're appointed, okay? You come here for a reason. This is not just a creator. It could be a mature woman doing this. I don't know. But what I'm saying is they're not you. They got to leave other people alone. So they could have went hunting for divine feminines or masculines and trying to profit off of their energy, off of their work. Yeah, look at this, 12. Trying to sacrifice you. They're stuck. This is not wanting to let go, waiting. They're almost inundated in their emotions here. There's a lot of tears. Oh, I just heard they're popping up their head for some reason. 32, because they're not... This is a warlock or somebody that has no belief system. They might be losing their platform or something, or they wanted you to lose your platform. They wanted you stuck and struggling to let go. I don't know. They just wanted to dominate. I guess they figured they can... Oh, there's always somebody out there I can steal from. You know what I mean? I don't know. 24, 6. This is a very karmic situation. False contracts. It's all one-sided. It's meant to learn a lesson here. Yep, they've been stopped. They can't go any further. They don't want to take accountability. They're going to be forced to. If they don't take accountability, it's just going to get worse for them. So drowned pride. Ooh, someone's got a huge amount of pride here. Okay, better drop the pride. So letting go and release. You may have experienced recent emotional upheaval. Your tears are still on the surface, but it's time to start looking ahead. Dwelling on the past, thinking about what could have been will only hold you back. There's part of you which is desperate to let go and move forward, but your disappointment and holding on to the past is stopping you from moving forward. It's time to reveal who you really are. You're not a victim of someone else's emotional control. You are a strong and beautiful person with an abundance of opportunity open to you. So I think what you did, maybe it did get you. You knew what was happening. You suspected it. You knew you couldn't prove it, right? I get you. I hear you. But the good thing is you didn't give up. You kept going, okay? And therefore, that is what's helping you get through this, okay? It's going to come back. That's what the red flags are flagging. You know what I'm saying? As to who was doing this. Take that first step to release and let go and be the person you want to be rather than who you feel others expect you to be. This could be for them as well, them being somebody they're not. Your greatest gift is to show the world that you are not a victim, rather a strong and determined person ready to be the best that you can be. Speak your truth. And fuck the rest of them, right? If they don't like to hear it, too bad. It's your truth. So surrendering to the magic, awareness creating harmony. I love this for you. Hold on, let me take my sweater off. It's getting a little warm in here now. Okay. So awareness creating harmony. There's so much wisdom and psychic potential within you, but you're not listening to what your heart is telling you. You only have to tap into it to awaken these primal senses. Your inability not to trust your instincts is leading you down a path which feels uncertain. You're feeling frustrated as things do not seem to be working out in your favor, and quite understandably, you are feeling demoralized. So this is kind of like a lesson for you as well as for them. I mean, obviously you've learned major lessons, but we're always being tested, right? What are you going to do with what you know? You must learn to trust. Do not hide your potential. Bring it out into the world and shine your light. You will be amazed at how quickly life can turn around for the better when your heart and soul are in harmony. When you're distracted this way and you're feeling off because you know somebody's playing you in the background, you don't know what to do about it, you're upset, you're feeling those lower vibrational energies. They're doing chaos agents. They're doing it on purpose, trying to lower your vibration. Listen, just know, faith, absolute faith is needed. That he will take, vengeance is his. He will take some sort of steps to stop this, but you have to have absolute faith. Maybe your faith wavered. And I'm not shitting on you. We all go through it. When your faith wavers, okay? That's when you need you need to start praying even more. When you're confused like that, ask for clarity. Ask to keep going. Help me keep going. Help me keep my head down and keep moving forward. You can't spend all that time worried about what some idiot's doing in the background, whether you know who they are or not. Do you understand? You have to keep one foot in front of the other because you are asked, you are called, you are challenged, whatever you want to call it. You were appointed to help others, not to worry about some piece of crap, okay, that's trying to take the piss. Keep moving. Set an example for everybody, okay? And I think you're doing very wonderfully here. 24 in reverse. Home is the kingdom, stability and action. The house in the distance represents this stability. I don't know if you can see that. Right there, it's a castle. It's not a house. It represents stability. But you're looking for a new challenge, a sense of freedom, the need to spread your wings and allow them to take you wherever you need to be at this time. You're in a privileged position of having options open to you, but you must now take action rather than dreaming about what might be. It's easy to let life pass you by, but life is for living to the full, and situations can change for the better or the worse in a heartbeat, and we all know that. Now's the time to embrace the moment. Know that you have the support behind you to change your path if you choose. It's only you stopping you from moving on. There's a feeling of being stuck in limbo. Change your vibration by acting soon. What I tell you about vibration, right? You have to raise your vibration. This could be for you or whoever's behind doing this stuff to you, right? I mean, I'm picking up there's quite a few people they were stealing from, so you're not the only one, but I don't know where they are in their awareness at the moment. Hopefully whoever's doing this, and it could be a handful of people, it could be more, it could be one, I don't know, gets caught and held their feet held to the fire. They want attention so bad. Let's give them that kind of attention, right? Let's shine a light on what they're doing and why and who they're harming. There's nothing wrong with saying, listen, somebody's doing stuff in the background and I'm tired of it. I really am. Enough people speak up, something's going to get done. But you also have to have absolute faith in yourself and in God and the situation that is going to work out for the best for you, okay? And everybody else involved. I mean, we're all here to learn lessons. Obviously, whoever's doing this, this is their lesson to learn at this moment. They're not going to like what's coming. But oh well, right? You need an antagonist and a protagonist. Is that what they call them? Yeah. In all situations, I suppose. To get to the moral of the story. Where are we going with this? Yep, high honors. You are. They wanted to be high honors. They wanted to dominate. They wanted your crown and everybody else's crown. They wanted to be crowned as the best. So this is probably somebody with high numbers, and that's how they're keeping their high numbers. But it's getting to be impossible, I think. They're probably in front of their camera day in and day out, night and day, trying to keep the numbers up. Maybe they're buying bots. I don't know how that works, but I know it's expensive. That's what I heard. I don't know if that actually makes you money. I don't know. But maybe they're going to get caught with bots. So high honors, recognition, awards, fame, and longevity. Yeah, theft. It's theft. Out and out theft. Karmic theft. So this is a contract. A decision's been rendered. You've elevated. They're trying to give off the impression they've ascended and elevated. They're looking for a higher level soulmate connection, trying to shake their boobs and their ass online. Just for some of them. Loss, disappearance, abandonment, eruption. Passion, 44, the angels are on this. They wanted to dominate, right? Maybe stealing energy. Be careful with your energy, please. Passion, flame, desire, risk, love affair. Something to do with a lady. This could be a lady or you're a lady. Take it for whatever that is. Beauty. So they're doing mirror magic. They're doing glamour spells. It's all about how they look. It's all about an image. Okay. Beauty, empathy, joy, caring, and advice. Like they have the best lovers, the best life. They have it all, right? It's all about an occupation, stealing other people's occupations and callings here. Labor of love. It is a labor of love. Most people who are in their calling will tell you that. It's a labor of love. Hobby, profession, employment. So somebody liked maybe whatever you're doing as a hobby and thought, you know what, I can do that. Let me steal it from them. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, court officials involved. They're going to have to go to court here. You could be a female or somebody else is a female. There's a false person. Court official, lawyer, judge, disagreement, and conflict. Oh boy, they're having some gloomy thoughts right now and expectations. They wanted to be a divine feminine energy and they're not. It is what it is. You can't, it's like, how can I liken it? It's like a 6-year-old saying, I want to be a lawyer or a doctor. They want that, yeah. Are they? No. They could pretend to be in their playroom, you know, put a stethoscope around their neck. Doesn't mean that they're a doctor. You're a lawyer. I don't know. I don't think kids want to be lawyers, but doctors, you know, could be police officers, anything. They can wear the uniform, but it doesn't make them that, right? You have to grow up and you have to be tested and you do your homework and go to school and be dedicated to what you're doing. Where are we going with this? You just can't say one day I'm going to be this and take it. No, it doesn't work that way. Teeth. Something to do with teeth. So you could be showing off their grills or so they have gold teeth or, I don't know, control and change. They wanted to control and change this. You or somebody else could have had some dreams lately losing teeth. I think that's very telling. I think it has something to do with you feel like you lost control, you can't control something, or it's a loss of money of some sort. This is the year of the horse. Ooh, it's a horse bite. I don't know if you know, but horses bite. When they bite, it hurts, man. Freedom in action. This is a gatekeeper. They're trying to keep you small, opportunist. Opportunities in home. Yeah. They want it to be loved. They want the attention. Or they're looking for new love. Higher level soulmates. They're fishing here. It's abundance and luck. Trying to get your abundance and luck. You've ascended, and they're trying to give off the impression that you've ascended. They're facing a lot of mountains here. Challenges and achievements. They're trying to steal your achievements. This is doing witchcraft on you. Wow. Magic and cursing. This is pride. They want your crown yet again. So it's time to give this up now. Close it down because they're repeating themselves. Success and pride. Somebody's very prideful. They want to give off like they're the best. They want everybody's crown. Mine, 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 mine. Male or female. Don't get that mixed up. And they're doing magic against you and everybody else's channel so they can stay or maintain. But they're getting tired with this magic. Eventually, it loses its efficacy and it falls back onto them. So they're probably getting hit hard right now. Listen, if they're listening, a very high chance they are. Give it up. Give it up, okay? They can't keep this up. And they know they can't. And they know that the divine is on their butts. And very, very shortly, they're going to be exposed. So they best give it up, okay? If they know who, they know I'm talking to them, okay? Give it up. You're going to be exposed. You want some sort of modicum of pride and or dignity left. I don't think this is not dignified at all, but that's my opinion. Give it up. Leave people alone to do what they're meant to do, what they've been asked to do, what they were called to do. This is not yours, okay? If you want to make money, this is a business, go ahead, but don't take from others, okay? Use your own natural inherent talents, if you have any, and leave people alone. I hope this helps. Until next time, take care.